Keeping Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure, here we are with a remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students! Good morning, dear students. This is your teacher, Miss Inacia Dsouza from Thakur Vidya Mandir, High School and Junior College of Standard 7, teaching you English, and there's a brand new topic today. Can you guess what it is? It is something to make your long work short. Yes, I'm sure you must have guessed it right. Summary writing. I would now like you to look at these pictures and tell me what you think about it. In the first picture, we can see some children reading and trying to make some sense of what they are reading and summarize or trying to sum up what they learned. Then in the next picture here, we can see some children planning their Christmas program and the schedule of events that would take place there. Below here, I can see some children also planning the activities that they would do after school today or after the school program. And I can also see some people here watching a movie very excitedly, and then I'm sure they would like to go and tell their friends the story in short. Yes, precisely. Today's topic is summary writing, which will teach you how to make a long passage short. What is a summary? It is a brief statement or account of the main points of something. It is a condensed version of the text. That means it will shorten the written matter in your text. How do we go about doing this? A summary is not a paraphrase of the text. That means we do not actually say what it is or give the meaning of it. Rather, we give the meaning of it in a nutshell. A summary should be relatively short and to the point. We need to cut off or trim off the edges that are not necessary and only stick to the relevant or main points. Therefore, the summary should be precise and to the point. We should not go about beating the bush. It should not distort the main idea. That means in no way should you change the summary from what it was originally intended to be. It should be a third of its actual size. It's like making a giant into a dwarf. And it should be cohesive and coherent. That means it should have a proper order and it should be joint. It should make sense. And lastly, it should avoid repetition, irrelevant facts, and unnecessary data. You just need to cut off what is not required and put in what is required. What is a summary in short? When you summarize, you must present the main points in a clear, concise form. Details, illustrations, and examples are seldom included in a summary. That means you should not elaborate on details or about any examples that are given, or you should not delve on unnecessary facts. Only stick to the main and relevant facts. And how will it now help us? It will help us to have an overview. It means you are able to get a bird's eye view. Now, suppose you are looking out for just the main points. A summary helps you to do just that. And at the end, I'm sure it's going to help you get more marks. So how do you make your presentation effective? How does it help? Definitely by using one word for many. So instead of using at the same time, you could use simultaneously. Now making notes of the points. This would also help you to save time when you're writing. You need to make a summary of your lesson or plan your activities. So this would help you to get more organized and also get your work done very quickly. It would also help you to score better marks. I'm sure all of you would like this. So how do you go about doing it? You would need to plan what you need to write and what you don't need to write. Then you need to bring all the main points together and join them together. You need to wrap everything in a nutshell. And I'm sure by the end of this lesson, you would be able to summarize what I have taught you today. And this would definitely help you score better marks. Let us take an example. Proof of Heaven by Dr. Eben Alexander. As a neurosurgeon, Dr. Eben Alexander believed that there was no tangible proof of heaven or a spiritual afterlife. Though many of his own patients claimed they had spiritual experiences, Dr. Eben listened to their stories but always had rational explanations for everything they had seen and felt. Near-death experiences were nothing more than the innermost parts of the brain working overtime in a traumatic event to help ease the pain and fear of a patient. The mind can conjure up all kinds of visual pictures and ideas while being unconscious. Not until he had his own near-death experience did he understand what his patients were talking about. In his book, Proof of Heaven, Dr. Eben Alexander explains his spiritual journey. Now we have to make this paragraph just 1/3. That means we have to chop off about 70% of this entire paragraph. So we need to take just the important points and write them in our own words and keep it short and sweet. Let's see how we do this. First you need to write the title and then you need to start writing only the relevant points. Dr. Eben Alexander is shortened to Dr. Alexander. Now we are also mentioning who he is. A neurosurgeon did not believe in spiritual afterlife. That means life after death. But many of his patients believed in it. For him, these were just expressions of a person's fear. What does it mean here? That they were just psychologically thinking about all these things about afterlife because they were frightened because of some kind of troubling situation that they were going through. But did this last for a long time? No. This changed when he had a similar experience and wrote a book on it. Now what I have tried to do here is I have made this entire paragraph of 120 words to about 40 words. So this is how you need to make a summary or write a summary. Let us look at the main points. 1. Choose a heading. That's what we need to remember. We also need to underline the main points. Then write a heading. Write in our own words. That's very important to show that we have understood what the entire topic is about. Use good vocabulary and one word for many without changing the meaning. And keep it short and sweet. Now, I have another interesting clue for you. I will give you 7 different facts, and with this, I'm sure you will be able to write a summary. So make a summary outline with at least 7 facts, write in complete sentences, and then join them together and write a summary of yourself. This is about a favorite character that many of you like. I'm sure you'll be able to guess it. First, Batman's parents are killed. Then, Bruce Wayne lives among thieves and criminals. Next, Bruce Wayne learns martial arts, especially the art of creating fear in his enemies. Bruce uses his wealth to acquire a special suit of armor, a sleek car, and useful gadgets. Bruce faces the Scarecrow in Gotham City, a criminal who uses poison to confuse his victims. Bruce Wayne saves Gotham City from a deadly microwave radiation weapon that will wipe out the city. Bruce rebuilds his mansion and waits to fight another day. I'm sure many of you must have seen this movie, Batman Returns, so you will definitely be able to summarize it for me. That's your homework for today, and I hope you have learned how to write a summary, and this will help you in future to summarize the lessons that you learn in your different subjects. And I do hope you have a lovely day, safe day, and happy learning. Thank you.